So I've just been listening to a podcast on happiness and I had to share this with you. And they were basically saying, like, the brain is wired to find problems, right? The brain just wants to help us, but it's like that annoying friend that just comes to you and constantly gives you problems and says, oh, this is a problem, that is a problem, but then just has no solution. So the challenge here is every time you think of something negative or you think of a problem, you then think of something positive on top of it. So, for example, vulnerable moment here. I've just gone back to university for a week and I'm actually really physically overwhelmed. Like I'm struggling. I'm not okay. I've actually had to drive back home because I can't handle it. So that's why I was listening to this podcast. So I'm coming back home, I'm overwhelmed. So I had to think, okay, well, I'm coming back home. At least I can come back home. I've got a home to come back to. And then the podcast was saying, well, now you've done that, the challenge is to do 8 more positive things. Because here's the thing, hopefully in your life, you feel far less earthquakes than you do stable ground. Or hopefully, unless you have a chronic illness, you have far more days feeling healthy than you do unhealthy. Like there's a ratio of, far more good things than you feel the bad thing. But our brain is constantly, working on that negative thing. So then you've got to say, okay, well, I've got this one negative thing, I'm going to do 8 positive things. So at least I can come back home. I've got a lovely mum to come back home. I've got a lovely mum to come back home to who's going to help me. I've got a lovely mum who can cook for me. And I have got skills. Or I've got through this before. I've just done 2 years and I've got through university with having poor mental health and I survived and I could do it. So you've got to think of these 8 extra things. And why I think this is good, because on social media, for example, if you have you could have 10 positive comments, you could have that one negative comment and you will spiral on it. Or in life, you can have a million comments on how you look amazing and beautiful and gorgeous, but you'll have that one comment from secondary school where that boy called you fat. You'll pinpoint on that one negative thing. So my challenge for you is next time you have a negative thought about yourself or a negative situation, to think of first one positive thing to counteract it, and then 8 more. This podcast was incredible. I'll try and link it below somehow. I don't know how to do that, but that is all.